My name's Simon Buckley. I work for BT Fleet and I'm a motor vehicle technician and I work in Birmingham. I work on everything from small vehicles like cars all the way up to large trucks and heavy goods vehicles, and I do like repairs and servicing on these vehicles as well as MOTs on the smaller ones. Initially, when I was a child, and even into my early teens as well, I was more art orientated and design orientated. It was only when I got a little bit older and I got more into the hobby of doing cars when I felt, well, actually, this doesn't actually feel quite right. Around about 16, 17, when I first started to get into cars. And it was just a case of me and my friends started taking bits apart on the car and adding stuff on and doing modifications. I suppose it's like once it gets into your blood sort of thing, it really grabs hold of you. Right the way up until I finished high school, I was still really into art, and I even enrolled into college to do a foundation 3D design course, which I completed till the end. I did actually get a placement in Coventry University to be able to carry on doing the design. But I just felt at that time, I mean, the financial implications of it were really extreme. So I felt that I couldn't actually carry on. My interest, backed away from that idea, and I wanted to focus more on using my hands. And then it was just a case of writing out CVs, taking them to different manufacturers, and also looking on the internet at different sites. And I managed to come across British Telecom. They were asking for apprentices. I filled out an online application form and it just all went from there, really. I suppose in a way, like quite a satisfying feeling that actually, I've actually found my place, sort of thing. My mum works in an office and she does accountancy work. My dad works, he's a warehouse manager. Because mum and dad do different things, I didn't feel like I had to follow what they were doing, and that's why they were so supportive, because they didn't want me to follow certain aspects of their life, so they encouraged me to do whatever made me feel happy. They were supportive all the way through college, but then when I decided to leave that idea behind and develop the more practical side of my life further, then they encouraged me to do that as well. One person who's really been there pretty much ever since I was in my early teens and helped me along was my best friend, and he's always had the more get up and go attitude, the more level head on him as well, and especially helping him do technical jobs on his car when we changed the engine over. And him then saying stuff like, "You did a good job there," actually encouraged me and thought, you know what, actually, yeah, I could probably take this a little bit further. It made me think that's where I want to be, that's where I want to go. So I feel extremely lucky all the time, really, that I've actually managed to take something that I enjoyed doing in my own spare time and then actually being paid for it and actually doing it as day in, day out as a job. Well, I'm extremely lucky every day. I probably could try and branch out for it, but working in more like a rally car aspect. I'd love to do a job such like that. I mean, my skills that I've got now are a great foundation for me to advance on that. BT and put me through a master's qualification, so those qualifications may help me. Because the idea of working on cars and travelling around the world, I mean, one hobby and then just seeing the world on top of it, it just seems like the icing on the cake. So it just seems like the next step up.